Welcome back to this video series where we are going to publish a low content book on Amazon KDP, taking you right through every single step of the journey, and this video is part of a playlist. So we are now ready to publish. We have done all the research, we've created all of the documents, we've got our A+ content ready, so we can do it. So yay, finally, pat yourself on the back and let's get this created. Okay, we're going to hit the create button. We're going to be making a paperback book, language of English, book title, enter our subtitle. So this book is not part of a series and we don't need to add an edition number. So your author name, this can be your real name if you wish, but most people do choose to use pen name, and you can have as many pen names as you like. So you could have a different pen name for every single book if that was something that you wanted to do. So I'm just going to put a fictional pen name in here. Contributors, again, if you are creating a fiction and you've written it with someone else, or you've written a non-fiction and it's written with someone else, you could enter that there. So description, so we've already worked out our description, that's in a previous video. So now we're just going to enter that in here and then we can format it. Just do some formatting now. So I want this to be bold and I want this to be heading 4. I don't know why heading 4 is the biggest heading, but heading 4 is the biggest heading. So it's kept the bullet points in that I had from my previous document. I think this can be a heading 4 as well. Remove that extra space there. And that can be bold as well. You can come back in and edit this at a later point if you wanted to. Yeah, that looks fine to me. So you own the copyright and hold the necessary publishing rights, or it's a public domain work. So it's going to be the first one for us. Then here we're going to enter in those keywords that we talked about in a previous video. Now we're down to the categories, so we can choose 2 categories here. So I've chosen juvenile non-fiction activity books. There are going to be lots of different categories that this book could roughly fall into, and I don't worry too much because I can add more categories after it's published. Does this book contain language, situations or images inappropriate for children under 18? Definitely not. Oh, I missed one here. Does your book classify as any of these types? Low content book, journals, notebooks, planners. So it's a journal, yes. Large print book, content is 16-point font size or greater. Yes. Save and continue. So we're going to publish without an ISBN. Publication date will just be the date it goes live on Amazon. So print options, we're going to be using a black and white interior with white paper. Our trim size, select a different size. So we have gone for, there it is, the 8.5 by 11. Select. I've gone for a non-bleed document. That's covered in an earlier video. And the cover finish I have decided will be glossy. And here we get to upload the manuscript. Select your file and it will take a few minutes to upload. Scroll down, upload a cover you have already made. Upload your cover. And there's my cover. And now we can launch the previewer. You have to do this to be able to move on to the next step. Okay, we finally get to see our book in the previewer. So I'm looking now and I think that all looks perfectly fine. So you just want to have a little check here. If you've got any errors, they'll come up here on this left hand banner, but it's not saying that there is any errors, which is a good sign. The barcode isn't covering over the little paper bit, which I was a bit worried about. But yeah, that all looks pretty good as far as the cover's concerned. And then we have to look inside. So this will be our first page. This is how to use this book. This is my holiday book. And then we start coming into the pages. So we know that every page is the same. There is an option to do a thumbnail view down here. So if your book has got lots of different kinds of pictures, you can come and you can see your pages like this, which is a really handy feature. So you can scroll all the way down have a look all the way down, and then of course page 120 is our thank you page. Now I'm wondering if that should actually be on this side. I think that would make sense if that page was actually on here, which would mean that there needs to be a page in between this page and this page. So that's something that I've missed, so I can just go back now to Canva, add that page in, re-download it, and come back to this previewer. So even though we've got the manuscript there, I can just upload another one, come back to this now that I have corrected it, and upload it again. Just go through the same process. And then because we've made a change, we will have to use the launch previewer again. Okay, so we're back here. I'm going to click thumbnail view, scroll down to the bottom, and now we've got this page on the right hand side, which I think makes a lot more sense. So now I am going to approve my document, and it will bring us to the next screen. Okay, so it brings us to the same screen, but it adds a little section on the bottom, the summary, which tells us that our printing cost for this book will be $2.30, and it gives you all of the other marketplaces and what their currencies will be as well. So save and continue. Okay, so you can change from all territories to individual territories if you wish to. I've never actually done that. Primary marketplace, so here again you can select your own marketplace wherever you may be. I'm going to leave that on a .com. And this is where you decide on the price. So whatever your main marketplace will be at the top here, and whatever you type in here, it will add it in the currencies for every other marketplace. So if we go for a $5.99 book, it will tell us now printing's $2.30, the royalty is $1.29, and then it tells you what it is in the UK and Germany and France and Spain and Italy, and you can just look down here and see what the royalties will be. So if you decided to make your book $6.85, that brings you to a royalty of $1.81. So I'm going to go with $6.85 on this one. Now with the other currencies, obviously they're all going to come in at funny different numbers. You might want to just round them up. So instead of $6.28, $6.30, just so they're round numbers. So that's just something I'm going to quickly do now. Then it brings us to the terms and conditions. It can take up to 72 hours for your book to be available to purchase on Amazon. By clicking publish, I confirm that I agree and I'm in compliance with the KDP terms and conditions. Request a book proof. So if you want to request a proof, you can do that here. And then we can publish our paperback book. And there you go, your paperback has been submitted. It will tell us the title and the subtitle. It explains that they're going to review the book and ensure it meets the guidelines. It can take up to 72 hours. And during the review, the book will appear as in review on the bookshelf. So we're not making an ebook, that would be insane with a journal. So press close, and now on my bookshelf, which is going to be my home page, it will show us now, here is the top book, which is the one we've just made, and it just shows us as in review. I have ordered an author copy of this kids journal, so it's on its way to me now, and I can do a review about that. So that's going to be an upcoming video, and I'll talk about the print quality and what it looks like, what it feels like. So watch out for that video, subscribe to the channel so you'll get notified when it comes out. Hope you've enjoyed the playlist, and thanks for watching.